Joy is you just spam invited a few people. Nice. This should be interesting though. Let's see how it goes. So we're gonna get into it now, with AcroniK going first. What is that engine noise? Oh, of course it's Joyo still playing the Mustang. He's still trying to make it work. So we've got 4 pros with no boost against 1 pro with unlimited boost. And after this round, we're going to switch who has the unlimited boost and see how they can do. Now, if you can go even, or if you can make overtime against the 4 pros with no boost, you're doing well. Most pros in this kind of matchup lose. Just to make it clear, most pros lose when they have the no boost. So this should be quite interesting. See if any of these guys can go even. AcroniK's already put 1 in. Okay. Yeah, if you do spawn on the diagonal, you can get to the ball first. So you should definitely go if you can. He's gonna go again. Especially with the speed flips now being a thing, it's even more likely that the player with boost gets there first. I think there might be a lot more success in offense compared to before, for 2 reasons. Number 1, aerial game has definitely improved a lot with regards to recoveries, so that'll mean that players can now go for shots from positions that might have not been previously possible. Oh my goodness, a pinch center ball by the orange team. Yeah, the other problem for the zero boost players to deal with is flip resets, and a perfect timing AcroniK, good job scoring a flip reset just as we talk about it, because this just gives you the ability to put the ball past players who just simply cannot react. So, in the past we never really saw many players winning when they go solo. A few people did. A few people were able to get wins, but never by large score lines. Maybe now it's possible. More efficient players and flip resets. What's saved by Oski there? That's an infield pass to Rise. They're going to need to start bumping. They're going to need to start going for as many annoying plays as possible. At the moment, they're playing quite clean Rocket League. And to be honest, that should have been a goal. Rise perfectly centered the ball. No one is there for it. When was the last time I did this? I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure if I remember. But that's going to be 2-2. Joyo's poaching in the Mustang. Oski passes it really well, really nicely towards him. And they're all just spamming. You love to see it. So I'm going to put scores like this on the screen, so we can compare how everybody's doing. We'll just do aggregate scores. For now, everybody's on 0. Who's going to go second again? It's Joryus second, then it's going to be Joyo. Can't spell. Then it's going to be Oski. And then last but not least will be Rise. I suppose if everybody else is getting capital letters, I'm going to make Rise. Even though his name isn't capital R, I'm going to make it capital R. Oh, good try by AcroniK. Not able to get it in. Right, there we go. Yeah, the aerial offense definitely looks to be a lot more scary than it was in the past. Players are just recovering so much more quickly now with their boost. They're just landing better, getting back into the play better, so we're probably going to see less counterattacks from the team of 4. The increase of speed is just making it very difficult for anyone to keep up with them. It's a decent pressure play by the team of 4 there, but AcroniK survives. We're pretty much just going to stay on this camera the whole time here because this is beautiful. He's he's just air dribbling straight up in the air. He didn't, he wanted to get a shot on target there. Didn't get what he wanted, but he's still able to keep control. Oh, what a pass. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Look at this pass from Oski. Pre-flip center ball. Are you joking? How on earth did he read that? That's crazy. That is actually crazy. I mean, that's impressive with any amount of boost. Never mind 0. He's not using boost here. Am I doing more old-timers 1v1 matches? What, like the dad 1v1s? I don't think so. The buff bot, thanks to the 59-month tier 1. And the MS scrapes, thanks to the scrape X, thanks to the brand new prime. Can AcroniK get the comeback here? He's made Joreuz come out of that exchange with a sore nose. Okay, this is a really strong position. He's in a 1v2. He's got the boost. Kind of messes it up though. Gifting the challenge to the orange team with that 4-pinch attempt. Oh, look at Rise! He's going to spam one save again, but look at this. The poaching. Joyo misses the open net, but it doesn't matter because Rise is there to put it in. Joyo says me, Oski and Rise are carrying so hard. Joreuz leave the ball. Joreuz top 10 biggest chimps. Joreuz ghost. Why are they all making fun of Joreuz? Poor Joreuz, man. I just realized, like, this is a really young lobby, actually. Like, isn't Joreuz still 16? Oski's 14. Joyo's 15, I think. And I think AcroniK is AcroniK 16 as well? How old is Rise? That's the question. I don't know how old Rise is. Oh my goodness. Rise is insane with 0 boost. He's making huge plays. Now, AcroniK going -2 is not a bad score, but he wants to try and get in with a win here. He might go all in just to try and get one more goal. And that could actually end up leading to him conceding. Let's see if he can make it happen. Good try with the 4-pinch setup, but it's not going to work. That will mean that we do have a loss for AcroniK, but a respectable loss. And a good benchmark, a good target for the other players to aim for. They're actually going to go try and keep the ball up in the air as well. Both teams fancy their chances from this position. I'm not surprised to see that from the team of 4, but definitely risky for AcroniK there. So if anybody's just tuned in, you're wondering what is going on. The goal of this is to try and get as many goals as possible. The biggest win, or the best goal difference that you can while you're in the solo team. So AcroniK gets -2, but nobody else has tried yet. Okay, so next up, Joryus, remember to bind boost. AcroniK, remember to unbind. Joryus going second. And the target that he's got is to beat -2. AcroniK lost by 2. Can Joryus go better than that? I think he's got a good chance. I mean, it all depends on how mechanical he's feeling today. Is he going to pop off with the aerial mechanics? Because you need the aerial mechanics to get your goals mostly. When it comes to defense, you'd expect Joryus to be one of the better players in this lobby, as the probably best 1v1 player in the world at the moment. But let's see if he can do it. Obviously, defending 1v1 is not exactly the same as defending 1v4 against pros that don't have boost. Let's see what Joreuz gets up to. Good start. Already with a good shot on net, but Oski's there to save it. Again, of a TGM, thanks to the Prime, welcome to the channel. This is extremely risky by Joreuz. Looks like he might get back for this. That put himself in a pretty dangerous position for sure. So he's going for very consistently fast offense here. Trying to get the ball moving as quickly as possible. Trying to get those attacks going as early as he can. He's done well to dodge the demo here. Corner wall double being attempted. Oh! Denied by the post. Had an orange trail, so it came off the defender as well. And Oski and Ryan both going for a pump on Joreuz. He just watches them go by. That is not good news for the orange team. Joreuz has got them in a complete mess. That's a massive clear though from Oski for not having any boost. Nice bump there, but Joreuz recovers out of it with a pre-flip, but he's still going here. Oh my word! What a recovery by Joreuz! He got knocked off the wall, pre-flips back to the ball, one touch, lands the reset, and then launches it into the top of the net. That's unreal. Lucky, says Oski. I don't believe that goal by Joreuz. That's ridiculous. Even against players with no boost, that's still so impressive. Good usage of the internet saves to... Oh, they've missed this. All 4 of them have missed the open net. It was great use of the internet saves before that, but Joreuz gave them a goal, and they've all missed it. Who actually took that shot? Who was that? It was either Oski or Joyo if it got credited in the shot. Completely open. They probably assumed Joreuz was recovering a bit more quickly than he was. Tart Reynolds 140, thanks to the Prime, welcome to the channel. Yeah, the improved aerial game these days is definitely making 1v4 more playable, but Joreuz giving them looks at the counterattacks, and that was a fast-moving Joyo, fast-moving Rise. And now fast-moving Joyo, Rise. Gonna leave this one for AcroniK, who's there to score it. Joreuz caught out of position and loses his lead. He says, "How are you so fast?" He's getting caught off guard by the speed. Joyo with that full win mentality, full boost mentality. That's actually pretty smart. I like that kickoff strategy by the orange team, forcing the 50-50, because Joreuz kind of has to go for that. And that's one way to cause him to lose momentum. Rise running ahead with the demo attempt once again. Joreuz evades him. Not for the first time, but not the best clear. Another open net miss though. This time AcroniK shoots high. The pre-jump saved by Joreuz. He's still putting up an incredibly impressive stand here. As Rise goes for the pinch. Joreuz grinds to a halt. This is dangerous. He's a sitting duck there and now dives in. And I think he surprised Oski with his arrival there. Oh my goodness! Joreuz nearly dunked that in. I can't believe that he got that on target. It looked like it was completely defended. Now Rise bringing the ball down. He's been the player to get ahead of the ball most of this game. Tried to get bumps on Joreuz, who switches up to the ground game. Back to the air now. But just one shot. No double tap, which would have been, I think, the option to go for. Extremely tense game. Rise is in a good position here. AcroniK decides to try and 50-50 it with him, and he's managed to get it middle. And what a play by AcroniK at the end of the day. Extremely chaotic, extremely hard to read. And a pre-flip center ball as well. Oh my goodness. They're too intelligent. The team pull shot on the kickoff to completely surprise Joryus. These guys are ridiculous. They're all trying to argue about who's carrying more than they're trying to beat Joryus, but they're still beating Joryus. Right, 1v1. Oski doesn't have any boost. Let's see if he can do anything against Joryus here. Yes, he can. Oh dear, Joryus will not be happy with that. Now he's 1 against 0. And this time he makes it work. So Joyo is still winning here. It's a very nice turn. Completely catching Rise off guard. Let's see if he can make this comeback. Still a lot of time to go. Jory is denied by the pre-jumping AcroniK with his first touch. Just goes for an immediate shot. Again dives in. Doesn't want to give any space to the 4. It's a really powerful shot by Oski. It is high, but Joryus decides to go for the ball control anyway. Gets started with his next aerial play. Of course, the flip reset, almost an own goal by AcroniK, who sends it into the top corner. It's a nice block by Joyo, but Joreuz is just going again and again here, back and forth. Knows he can get to the ball first. Oh, that's a good play though. Team pull shot again, and the bump connects. Rise going for multiple team pull shots here. And it was Oski, I believe, connecting with that huge bump onto Joreuz, who was trying to figure out what is happening on the ball. Why are there 2 players on the ball, and what is that going to mean? And while he's trying to figure that out, somebody surprises him with a bump. It's a great first touch by Joreuz, but Joreuz still gets there. Oski's also likely to get to this. Using the wall for their advantage. It's a really good play by AcroniK. So He's the one who wants this most out of all the orange team, but Joyo saves the shot. What is he doing? They've completely squandered a golden opportunity. And here comes Joreuz with a big dunk. It's a 1-goal game. It should have been 3, you'd think. But Joreuz back in it. The orange team have been pure chaos in this game. Team pull shots, bumping each other, insulting each other. But they're actually going to get another goal here, or they should. No way. Is Joreuz really going to get to this? I think he is. AcroniK just couldn't get that ball into the middle quickly. Despite Joreuz being extremely out of position. 10 seconds to go. Joreuz, you can see that he wants overtime. This is a big win chance for him. So if he can just get 1 goal, then he has a shot to get the win in OT. I don't think he's going to have an easy time getting that past AcroniK though. And he won't, but Rise keeps it up. So does Joyo. So they're wanting to get more goals against Joreuz here, just to make it easier to beat him when it's their turn later on. But actually, we'll just remain -1, confirming Joreuz win against AcroniK in the overall. And no win in the match. -1 for Joreuz. Joreuz says, you guys are nothing without Oski. Apparently, Oski was the problem. Joreuz couldn't handle him. I'll tell him to remember to bind boost. So let's get into game number 3. Joyo going to give it a go. That's a tough score to beat, by the way. Very, very tough score to beat. -1 is impressive. Historically, that's a winning score. It's been a score that's won many lobbies. We've even seen scores like -8, -10 before. So both players who have gone so far have done very well. Let's see what Joyo can do in the Mustang. Aerial game's going to be on point here. I have no doubt. Every single one of these players, immense in the air. Will the defense be on point? Will it be fluffy, shoe size IQ long car player? Business RL, thanks to the 40-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. That was definitely a fluffy long car shot from Joyo. He's charging in, and Joreuz completely controls the 50-50 against him. Looking tricky for Joyo so far, but at some point he's bound to make a big play. Okay, that wasn't it. Oski's got an open net, and he's going to just about get it on target to put him up by 1. The Mustang is a octane hitbox. Yeah, but look at the appearance of the car. It doesn't look like an octane. It doesn't look like a Fenix, so it's probably going to play like a Domus. Also, why is this a octane hitbox? It doesn't look like an octane at all. It looks more like a hybrid, I guess. Yeah, not going well. -10 says Joryus. He's getting an early prediction in. Let's see if they can make it happen. In the past, it was usually better to go earlier. Most of the time. Most of the lobbies, the winner would go first or second. However, there have been cases where somebody's come out in the last round and won. You know, it's been big pog last round, so it's doable. But the issue that Joyo might run into, and anyone who goes 4th, 5th, well, you know, it will be Oski and Rise, is that by then the players who are playing with no boost have had at least one warm-up game. Like, everybody's played at least one warm-up game. Joreuz has played one no boost game. The other 3 players have played, well, actually, AcroniK and Joreuz have played 1 each, and Rise and Oski have played 2 each. They're kind of getting used to this. Whereas when AcroniK played, everybody against him was on their first no boost game. And when Joreuz played, AcroniK was in his first no boost game. So, you know, he's got at least one player who's still figuring it out. In that last round, everybody's played already 3 against you. Needs to be double round robin. I mean, it's not exactly a competitive format, just about fun, but yeah, I suppose if you're doing doing a real competition, you need to try and come up with a more fair order. I think in a more fair competition, you'd keep the same 4 no boost players every single time, and all of the unlimited boost players would be completely different, be from a different pool of players. Joyo's in big trouble here. The defense is just not there. And yeah, I think it might be getting a little bit tilted as well based on the chat. Rise saying he's tilted in the chat. The amount of like trash that Oski and Rise are talking, they still have to go. Their turn to play is still coming up. So I can't wait to see what they do. Right, this is a great chance for Joyo, but the first touch is not ideal. And the second touch is non-existent. The orange team have given it right back to him though. And this is much better. Top corner. Oh, what a save by Joreuz. Joyo just can't get his way through. The better Joe so far seems to be the original. Yeah, Joreuz -1. He has got the lead at the moment. Excuse me, Joyo -4. Looking like it could get worse before it gets better, to be honest. He can, yeah, he just can't figure out a way to score. He cannot find a way through. And now he's been mind gamed. It was just the presence of Oski that kept him away from this one. But Joyo's got to get it together here. You know, Oski and Rise are still to go, even if he doesn't think he can come back and beat Joreuz, beat AcroniK. If he could just keep it at this, that might be enough to beat someone. But he just keeps on going all in. The recoveries are not there for him. This one's going to be, but again, nearly giving a goal away for a very low percentage play. Yeah, this is one player with a limited boost against 4 players with no boost leaf. The other guys, I mean, they have boost, but they've all unbound boost, so that they can't use it. Yeah, Joreuz definitely looked like the most impressive player so far. He nearly, well, he had them on the back foot a couple times, even though they were playing incredibly difficult to read mind games against him. AcroniK did pretty well too. You know, started off really strong. And there's a goal from Joyo, bringing back the freestyler days. Massive long range distance air dribble, just keeping the height on it. Joryus getting a touch, but no more. Gonna do NA players as well. Not today, but maybe another day I could. See who the best 1v4 player is. Maybe the thing to do would be we consider this like a heat, so whoever wins today, we need to do 4 more of these, so we've got 25 EU players total, and then the 5 winners all go against each other in the final round. MENA players would be sick. I think, yeah, you know, a lot of MENA players would definitely have a chance in this, but one thing that's really difficult to dodge, or really difficult to deal with when you're playing with higher ping, is bumps and demos, and you're gonna get chased by a lot of people in this, so it could be rough. Joyo just wants another goal here. He wants to try and make it as good of a scoreline as he can. That's a perfect bounce for him, but he's accidentally side flipped and he might end up losing one more. AcroniK's going to the wall for some reason. He doesn't have any boost, so that's not going to be an air dribble. No, we're going to get -4 for Joyo. And, you know, based on Oski and Rise trash talk that we're seeing so far, they're pretty confident that they can beat that and sentence Joyo to the bottom of the leaderboard. Well, let's see. Oski's next. He's talked mad trash, and it's his time to have -25. Yeah, now he's not so confident that it's his turn to play. All right, Oski, 4th player to go. I think he's got a good chance here. You know, Oski can definitely emulate that kind of offense that Joreuz had, where he's putting up really difficult to save shots and recovering. The issue that Joyo had, you know, he's putting up some pretty decent shots, but he wasn't recovering. And you notice I say that Oski's scored himself and immediately concedes. So clearly I know nothing. Yeah, that was very risky from Oski. Not worth it at all. Terrible recovery in the net. And starting off with that -1. Yeah, it's all about the recoveries in this. If you're going to go for a shot, you have to at least get back to make it difficult to score. Can't rely on everybody missing your shot when there's 4 goalkeepers. Oh, this is a lovely little touch by Oski, but he's not going to go past the defense. A couple defenders ready to save that one. Joryus had a lot of success with early turns, kind of making the most of not just his ability to aerial, versus the other players not being able to aerial, but also his ability to use boost while turning. So he was able to turn a lot faster than anyone was expecting several times. And get those quick takeoffs sideways while everybody's slightly out of position. If you can catch these low boost or no boost players out of position, not just positionally, but also with the direction that they're facing, it makes it very difficult for them to make a next move. Oski powers one in, and I love that play because he's got a recovery plan. So if he doesn't score that, he's already boosting away from the play and ready to get to the next one. Wait, what did Rice say there? Did he? Is everybody leaking the rumored Team Liquid roster? Great bump by Rise. Wave dashes once, catches Oski, who committed pretty early to dodging the bump in one direction there. Yeah, the air dribble flip reset is definitely the way forward. Oh, how about a grind double to the top corner? AcroniK with another key save. It's good vision by Oski. He has been bumped from the recovering Joyo though. That's a really tough position to really make anything happen with. Pretty risky, to be honest, from Oski. Look at that pinch though. He's made that work very well. He's just going straight back to the ball, no delay. As long as he can keep up his momentum, this is fine, but he's actually lost out on that exchange. You know, he needs to get clean wins on the ball. He needs to get to the ball first, knock it past his opponents if he's going to play like this. As soon as you end up on a 50-50, as soon as you end up getting beaten to the ball, you're just out of the game. So he's got to make sure that these consistent outplays remain consistent. Trying to double tap off the sidewall, misses. Rise is going straight back towards the ball there, covered in the mind game. Still a really good position for Oski though. -1 is tied for first at the moment. You can see that he's pushing for that tie in the game, not just the tie in the overall standings. Joyo looking for the bump on him, but there's no follow-up, so Oski just dives in and takes the ball for free. That's a beautiful takeoff. Not going to get the top corner shot though. AcroniK with another key save. He's being accused earlier of collaborating with Oski, but no, it doesn't look like he is. More team challenges coming in for the orange team there. They're all over each other. They're in each other's way. They're not using the pull shots like they did against Joreuz. I think they should go back to that because that's so unpredictable. It's so random as well. You never know which way the ball's going to go. I think Oski might be ending up in a few too tight spaces here. He needs to go for the middle of the field. So the best place to be air dribbling against the orange team is in the middle of the field. Right here. This is ideal because there's no wall for the opponents to challenge you with. And then you can set up your clean shot. Oski levels the game. This is where he needs to be air dribbling. I mean, who's using a wall to challenge him there? Joyo tries, but he can't cover every angle. Oski with a humble brag saying this is so hard, haha, as he's winning. Winning overall. And he's got the backboard open briefly here. Can he get there in time? Oh, he would have actually made it, but Rise faked him off of this. Luckily for Oski, Joyo's shot on the counter wasn't fast enough. Oski's escaped. A very all-in position. Lovely pre-flip again. That's wide open. Joyo and AcroniK are there for it. So many pre-flip centers. Joryus with this one. Very tough to read. Joryus will be delighted. He wants to make sure that, if anything, Oski doesn't win here. We cannot go to OT, he's thinking. Whether would we actually give the win to Oski if he goes to OT? What do you guys think? If he goes to overtime, is that just a win against a -1? Even if he loses the overtime to end up a -1 again, I think we would still give him a win. Or at least getting into overtime. Very tricky positions here. There's not a lot of space for Oski to work with now. Finally gets some. He's going to that sneaky wave dash shot. We saw plenty of those in his show match against Toxic today, but oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's going to be a 4-2 score here. Oski way too close and not showing enough respect to Joyo's long shot. No boost 1v1 tiebreaker. That would be interesting way to end this. But yeah, Joreuz, you'll want to just make sure to waste as much time as possible here. He's currently leading, although Oski had such a good position moments ago, and this is a pretty crazy air dribble. Luckily for the orange team, he was too close to the ground, so they were able to get up and challenge him. Oski trying to turn around in the midfield, trying to keep this as close as possible. It's kind of working in the orange team's favor. I think it would make sense for him to go back and get a bit of space for himself. You know, he can air dribble from the entire length of the field, so why not do that if you've got the chance? Turning around early, not actually accomplishing much further. AcroniK might be one of the players who's trying to keep this up, because he's also a -2, so if he could get one more, he's not going to, but if he could get one more, then that would confirm himself as dead, or as second exclusively. As is, going into the final round, Joryus in first place, and AcroniK and Oski in second equal. Joyo losing, but very close actually. These are very respectable scores across the board. And only Rise remains. Can Team Queso's Rise come out on top? I think this is going to be really, really hard. Everybody's had so much practice of playing the no boost player now. And Rise has just played 4 games in a row without boost, so he's now coming back to having boost after 4 games, essentially slow-mo. Maybe he's going to feel like a god. He's been unleashed. He's, you know, just boosted right there and thought, oh my goodness, I'm the most mechanical player alive. No one can match me. And then he misses the read on the backboard and he immediately loses that train of thought. Yeah, not the best challenge there from Rise. He's been baited into the 50. Goes way too high on it. It's well done with a 50 by AcroniK, though, letting the ball roll up in front of his car to keep it nice and low. Oski wants +1 for hard carry orange. He still thinks he's a hard carry. What do you guys think? Who's been the most impressive zero boost player so far? So obviously Joryus had the best try at winning on the blue team, but who's been the most effective without boost? Oski or AcroniK, everybody's saying. Well, Joyo is able to get a goal. Rise way out of position again. Actually getting faked by Oski there. Did he think Oski had boost? Did he forget that Oski doesn't have boost? Maybe. Wait, 100 ping Pog. Who had 100 ping? Did someone have 100 ping just now? Rai's just going to settle down into this game. He's definitely lunging in. And they're trying to bait him into these challenges. You know, he's making it work though. That's an astonishing amount of challenge wins in a row. Now an accidental demo on Oski as well. At least I think it was accidental before Rise gives the ball away, and luckily for him, the shot has gone wide. Joyo, keen bump on him, and another one. Rise going to half flip out of it. Joreuz bangs a zero boost shot to the top shelf, saved by Rise. They're actually going for flip reset plays here. They're going for zero boost flip reset plays. So Rise getting a much better chance than the 50-50s, it would seem now. Making sure to just stay low, go through the ball. No sense in going for a big dunk against 4 players. Nice free jump from AcroniK. Covering the dangerous angle that Rise had lined up. So he's still tied for second at the moment. But for how long? Oh, Joryus didn't know that that was going to be open. He was going for a pop and then a bump, but the bump had already been landed by one of his teammates. He could have just shot there. And that's given Rise half of a chance. Oski in the way to deny it. Joyo coming back to help as well. Again, Rise looks like he might have overcommitted. I don't think he's going to get there. 3-0. Orange team running away with it here. Yeah, a lot of you pointing out, and correctly so, that Rise is definitely a grounded player. Oh, he goes for the cheat there. Well, I'm going to add 1 onto the score there. I wonder if you might not even notice, but yeah, that was definitely a cheat on the respawn from Rise. Would have been a goal, so we'll just match admin that one on sneakily. I thought you'd rage quit the lobby, but he actually went for the respawn. It's going to be 5. Rise is all over the place, and there's 2 minutes left in the game. At this point, it's just a question of how many goals can the orange team put in against him. Rise, you're a bot. Oski. Did I just add a goal? Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, Rise he's definitely the most grounded player in this lobby, but I've really got to give credit to the orange team. They're making this so difficult to play against. I mean, look how closely they're playing together. So whenever a 50-50 does happen, somebody's just there to immediately get on top of the ball. There's no space for Rise to do anything. You guys want him to start air dribbling. When is he supposed to start air dribbling here? Rise says, look at this. 4 brain cells between these two. Rise is saying earlier that Joyo's tilted. Now look at him. Get a grip, he says. Oh, that's class. You just can't get it together. And with -6, I don't think he's got any hope of coming back here. They're all so close together. They're making it work off every 50-50. I mean, there's nothing Rise can do. They're all on top of each other. He wants to put a challenge in, and they're just all driving into the ball. -7. Joyo predicting 8. Oh, the double mind game. Can Rise get a goal from this? Joryus is typing. AcroniK still gets the save, though. That was genius from Rise. He got Joryus typing and then went for the attack, but luckily for the orange team, AcroniK was there. So smart to type something right before the kickoff. Bait your opponent into continuing to type. Double tap by Rise, sorry. Saved by Joryus. Can he get a goal to put himself down by 6 as a triple commit? Again, confuses him. Oh, Rise, you're out of position again, my friend. I don't think he's going to concede here, but he's been very consistently out of position early in the game here. It's coming back to that now. Right, here we go. He's got to score this. It's completely undefended. Oh, what a save by Oski. The pre-jump in and out save with no boost against the double tap. Perfect timing. Yeah, Rise is... like I mentioned, he's had a tough job here. Everybody's played zero boost so many times, and now they've kind of figured out what to do. They've all really popped off in this one against him. He's hardly had any chances to just get the ball for free. They keep forcing him into 50-50s. It's really smart to do against a 100 boost player. Just force him to take a 50-50. Rise not able to get a goal. Trailing by a margin that guarantees his loss here, but will it be by another goal? I think it will. It's gonna be 8. It's all gone wrong for Rise in this one. -8. Joyo called it. Really well played by the zero boost team here. They made this exceptionally difficult for Rise to play. Like really, really difficult. And if you guys don't believe me when I say this is insanely hard to play, go try this yourself. It's really hard. When the zero boost team just stay on top of the ball and force you to take 50-50s, and you can't get the ball to deflect into space for yourself, very, very hard to play. Joreuz takes it. Joreuz takes number 1. AcroniK and Oski tied for 2nd. I was definitely very impressed with Oski's attempt. He kind of threw a little bit at the end of his one in an attempt to get into OT and win. Joyo and Rise really struggled in this. They really, really, really struggled. Joyo had a little bit of aerial game to help him out. Rise didn't have any space to even get started with the aerial game. Whenever he did get shots on target, they were just being saved as well. GG's, appreciate all these guys coming on and putting on a show for us. That was hilarious to watch. And it looks like despite the game advancing by such a large margin since we last did this, it looks like the expected score lines are kind of similar to what they were back in the day. Because when we did this back in the day, I think final scores looked like -2, -1, -4, -2, -8 quite often. This is very, very normal to see. So it looks like as well as the 100 boost player or the unlimited boost player being just across the board better now with the aerial game, with the recoveries, with the the defense, avoiding demos and bumps. Looks like the zero boost players have also improved. I mean, we saw a whole lot more pre-flips, unpredictable touches than we used to see in the past. And of course, the bumps and the pressure play is still there. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, then we can run it back. Maybe we'll do 4 more and find out who the top 5 are from 5 heats. We'll get Joreuz back for the final. Definitely check all these guys out. Appreciate them coming on and putting on a hilarious show match for us.